and I'm your trainer for performance testing, and I am on behalf of Uplatz. So, speaking about our last class, we were designing our script, and we are doing some modification. We are even seeing some of the different functions, and I'll try to cover 40 to 50 functions in this particular scripting activity. Even if there is no use, I'll try to find out and tell you some of which are mostly required and what are the use of them, so that like I can challenge you in this particular course. You can learn a lot of practical thing. Rather, you are also learning a, what is called real-time descriptive way, but still I'll explain you in detail like what will be your project experience, how can you modify, what is the challenges you'll face, everything, each and every detail I'll be providing you. So let's see. I will open the script and we shall continue with that. Let me just open our last script which we are modifying. Okay, till here we were actually completed. So let's just take, as I already mentioned in my previous class, we will focus keeping all the stuffs which is not required for every iteration. Rather, we'll focus only the things which is required in which is a critical business flow and which needs to be run multiple times. So now on the previous session, we had randomized this thing. Randomize is nothing but in real time. I don't want to pass hard coded value. How this is fish, right? So I don't want to pass it fish. I wanted to pass. Let me just open this website, JPEG store. Okay. So this is the way I was. I don't want to click each and every time fish. My objective is like, as a end customer, I may select like, suppose you have to think on the real world basis. Like in the real world, basically they will try to order the fish or dogs or reptiles or cats or birds, not only fish. That's true. So you have to design your script on that particular fashion, so that each and every time whenever a user come, it is randomized. You also don't know what will be selected. So I'll just show you how this particular function work. A to I, what does it do? What I'll do, I'll, for a better purpose, I'll write it. Okay. For now, later I'll write and explain each and everything. That will be helpful, so that it will be you can easily know about this particular function, and I'll explain each and every function one by one, so that you will be more aware. So as of now, a to I is a function where it converts a string into a number, not a string character, a string number. Like when it is when your result is like 10, 12, 15, 20, then that particular string can be converted into a number. So that is the use of this a to I function. This is a C function. Okay. Next, what does it eval string do? normally when convert a load runner parameter into a string variable, and I am assigning into a random number. After converting this to a to I have stored this particular value into a random number. Okay, from where I am generating this particular random number, I had created a parameter file. In this, my value is 1 to 5. So whenever some values come, uh, okay, so whenever this value come, this again, what happens here, this lr parameter idx, what it does, it selects a random variable from the array list, array file, array, and assign it to this particular thing. Like according to this particular index position, it selects the value from the array. So C underscore category ID has 6 values. So and I am passing some of the random number, and what it does, it will again converted it LR value into a, let us just see whether it is needed or not. Okay, so this is the way we can directly assign it. We don't need this particular function as well. So it gives us the string variable. So let me just comment it for as of now, and I will copy this whole thing and paste it here, delete it and remove one, and save it, and we have to compile it. So later after running, we don't get any kind of error messages or not. So it's absolutely fine. There is no kind of error message. So as of now, what I'll do, I'll try to put a breakpoint here, and okay, not here. I'll put a breakpoint here and save it, and run it once, so that you'll be knowing how it works exactly. So I will even suggest, I wanted to show one more feature of watch also. So let's just stop it. I'll run it here. So okay, exactly. So maximum number of concurrent connection per server is 6. Watch, this is the variable. Here what it does, yeah, you can assign a random number. So what is the value? Let's see, you are getting, what is the value, you are getting 4. In the runtime also, you can exactly, whenever you are calculating anything, or whenever you want to assign anything and you wanted to know what is the value it is capturing in runtime, you can get it. And next watch value is, I wanted to capture this particular thing. In the fourth value, what it is coming, I want to see it. As of now, this is a character, and it has a null value. So once I pass this particular thing, this is reptile, and this is a characters. And what it does, LR output message, it prints in the output console whether that particular thing is same or not. So random category ID is reptiles and random number is 4, same as how we had performed in the watch. So we'll just modify the rest of the script and hope you guys are understanding and knowing something in this particular class. Okay, I I will even explore all the things: output, snapshot, error, runtime data, one by one. So again, let us see what is this kind of URL. So URL is category ID. So again, we have already captured this thing. Random category ID. Okay, now we have to modify and mention the whole working script. What do we have to do? We have to give a transaction. We are clicking on the fish menu. So again, we have to start and end the transaction. Copy this whole thing, place here, save it, and instead of now third, it is fourth transaction. And okay, now what is my objective is right. I wanted to pass each and every time with the where transaction uh, so this is my select product, select menu, and just will remove the text, save it. Later I have to copy the same thing, the whole code what we have performed, and after that we have to paste it and remove this particular think time. Okay, and even dynamically modify this thing. Okay, so let me just check this particular thing in snapshot. Come above response what I am getting. Copy the whole code. Take out a notepad or notepad plus plus. It will be very easy. No, file paste. So we have to find out the unique text, not each and every time what has been there. So what is happening? We have to select fish, and what is the unique value we are getting? We are getting fish. So when we select box, this is the unique, or it is the product ID also. It is unique. This is unique. Reptiles. Don't put a generic thing like product ID or generic, because again reptiles is coming this. I think the product ID will be unique, so you have to put on that particular fashion. So each and every time, whenever there is some different menu, the product IDs are changing. So based on that, you can know that this is the particular phase what we are expecting, and it is actually it also came the same thing. So we have to find out the product ID. See, product ID. Now we have to capture this particular thing. Okay. So again, I wanted to pass this as a text check, but if I pass this thing, there is a challenge here. What is that? Each and every time, if we correlate, we cannot pass this as a text check. Something generic only we have to pass, but still we wanted to see what more options can we explore in passing this particular thing. Let's see, instead of fish, I wanted to pass a random category ID. So what I will do, I'll store this thing. Random lr save string. So this is the you are even able to see, right? Constant character value and constant param name. So whatever value you want to assign, you can assign here, and then whatever the param name you want to give, you can give. So I wanted to mention like some string get function. I'll tell you why I'm finding the string get function. There is some use in this particular thing. See, I think this is the function we can use. What is the purpose I'm telling this particular function is, right? Okay, string constant. Okay, what it does, it copies S2 to S1. So now I want that element that ID category ID underscore one. So we can, what you can do, we can write a loop here, or print I equals to 0, I less than 2, I less than equals to 2, I plus plus. I'll tell you why I am doing this. I can take this to string. Okay, that is not that needed. We'll not just focus on this thing. We'll see this thing later. So my purpose is now to find out the unique text. Okay, let's see and find out the unique text in this particular page. We have already copied this thing. So product ID is the unique page, I think so, because definitely each and every time there is name and product ID which is coming differently. So we can take product ID as a unique thing, and we can pass here save, select product menu, and now remove this thing, else we'll get an error. Now based on the product ID, again I have to correlate this thing, because each and every time I'm not passing that particular thing. So let me run this particular thing, whether it is passing or not, we have to see it. Check the error, no error, run it. So see, we will verify the response whether it has exactly passed or not. So definitely with the text check it got passed, because there is a text count coming. So let's just verify the text count. So I'll copy this text count. So definitely this product ID is coming one time. So let us see how many times it is coming product ID in this case. It is coming one time. So in this particular page there is only one time the product ID is coming. So definitely, so because of that we are able to pass this thing. So I'm just stopping this once and we'll modify this. Okay, what I have to do, where I have to capture a average a param, because again this is the part of fish. Now we are getting as a reptile, so definitely we have to pass dynamic values here. So instead of, you can pass. So before that, what I'll do, I'll try to check the response, replay and split it, recording, replay, response body, response body. We have to find out for the reptiles, it should show the response body. Just copy here, take the thing. For more analyzing purpose, I am explaining you, because nowhere they will explain on this particular details. See, definitely this is something wrong. So now what I have to do, there is one error I have observed, and even if the text check is passed, this is not true. It is not giving the actual response what we wanted. So here what you have to do, you have to save this particular thing, lr save underscore string particular value and category id. You have to paste comma into a random category of loader lr. I mentioned this thing is lr converted into C variable into lr. And now let me just pass this thing in a, we have to pass. Now let's just run it. Okay, we can definitely will find the response. So I'm just stopping this thing, snapshot, action, go here, copy the thing, paste here. See, this is what I was telling. See, before there were no RPSL SN01, and as because it is just becoming a string and it is not converting it, so we can pass this particular thing here, so that shows you. Now just I'll make you notice, whenever you go it is showing random category ID, because you are putting this thing as a double quote, it is itself it is becoming a string single